I want to go ahead and start in my redstone testing world, which has basically nothing in it. To show this thing off, this is basically the farm design that actually makes this whole thing work. Moment, which I don't know what's up with you. Now, of course, there are ways I could make this thing more efficient, but just for the sake of the project, I wanted to keep it very simple in design. This is just your basic two-way farm here, the same as you would for a sugarcane or bamboo or whatever. And so on one side over here, we have the fuel. No, I should probably explain how this, like, how the power of the house actually is made. So basically, all this is that it's two farms coupled together with a super smelter, which takes a comparator output from the chest, and that's what supplies power to the whole house, for the most. And so basically, we have on one side we have our bamboo farm, which is basically when a piece of bamboo reaches this part over here, which I'll show right now. Yeah, it breaks all that off, and it gets picked up by these little minecarts over here. And the cool thing about this is that this all is in sync with each other, basically. The observer outputs from here will go to this piece of redstone dust over up on here, and that all goes down to here, which powers these to update these observers, which powers this redstone, which activates both sides of the pistons at once. They each get go on a hopper line into these chests over here. So this one over here is for the fuel, and this one over here is for whatever we're smelting. So the fact that it's kelp, it makes it really easy to do. There's also a little lever over here, which, if you can see, it actually does that. Now the farm is self-sufficient. There are some flaws with the design, like the fact that bamboo needs to be constantly fed in. But as you'll see, it heats up all these furnaces, and they'll be constantly going up and down. Which, to fix that, I got this little doodad over here, which takes the output from here and shuts off this redstone. Sorry, I'm gonna edit all that part out. But basically, as long as this is over here, this will power that, and that'll stop this one from firing. So, of course, these are all... Okay, what is up with this thing? Yeah, okay. So, when it's fully working, in the actual world, it does work. And I have tested it here before, so it does work. It's just a bit finicky right now. But basically, once the items are smelted, they'll go down to this line of chests right here. And the comparator will take an output, so as long as there... See, one more just went in there. And as long as there is at least one bit of kelp within this, the output from here will actually go and serve power throughout the house, which is really nice. So basically, this thing functions on, as opposed to solar power or anything like that, it generates its own electricity using this farm, which also kind of couples as an oxygen scrubber, since they're both, since they're all plant life. And also cleans out the carbon dioxide and it converts it to oxygen. So now to go and show you guys the actual house that I have. So here we are above this giant jungle, which also has frozen oceans around it, and little things off to the corner there. But okay, so this is the place I decided to build this. As you can see, it's a giant jungle with, it has giant places full of kelp everywhere. It also has massive quantities of bamboo, which basically make this entire farm very survival friendly. You just have to get the observers and everything. And luckily, you don't have to worry about slime chunks or anything. But I'm going to go ahead and show you the actual house. It's more of a village, but the actual place itself is over here. So if you go duck under here, you will come upon this thing with the chimney out the top. Yeah, because of the fact that the plants are... Also, it's a good reason why this is inside the jungle. So the carbon dioxide from there actually gets cleaned by these massive trees. So of course we got our wheat fields and everything. This right here actually is an access hatch to the exact same farm you guys saw earlier. This is the exact same farm design. It's just to prove that this is how the system works. We got a little bit of a wheat field over here, which is cool. We got ourselves a little swing, you know, for home aesthetic reasons. This is the home itself, very cobbled together, very jungle village-esque. And if you go inside, this is it. You got our kitchen over here. We got our melons. We got our steaks. We got our coffee mug because I like coffee. Could I add like a Minecraft drink effect? No. If you go down here, you can actually see the farm in action. The bamboo is growing and it will be split once that happens. You got some lanterns over here just for little bits of light. Don't worry, this place does actually have other redstone lighting. I just wanted to add that because I like the lanterns. We got our enchanting area over here, and we can walk out to the rest of the village from here. I'll give a tour of that in a little second. If you come down here, you'll have the rest of the base area. But yeah, over here we have our little access area to get down into the farm itself. As you can see, we have the same tracks coming over here. This one's not as broken as the last one. None of the furnaces have anything in it. Some of them are even stockpiled on fuel, which is very good. But yeah, it's the exact same array over here. There's the kelp that's in there, and it will go up and it'll actually power the lights. There's lights inside the floor of the actual base area that use this power. So it's a good way to show off the fact that this thing does actually generate power for itself. And we also have villagers over here. Of course, this is the map of the actual place. This is where we are now. This is the house. Actually, no, the house is more over this little chunk over here. And there's some other little aspects to the village I'll show you guys in a second. But we got ourselves a little tool rack over here that you can actually take stuff off and put them back on. We got little bookshelves where you can store your actual books and things. We got a light switch over here, so you can just come in, turn on the lights, grab your stuff, and go off as you will. There's a nice little ravine over here. We've got a little thing for raising this little platform you can get in. We got another portal over here. So this does function as an actual base. I might leave a world download somewhere, if I remember. There's a little aquarium over here. See the fish in there? They're having fun. Yeah, we got a little Nemo in there. We got a little terrarium because, you know, I actually like building these things. Yeah. So if we go outside, of course, a lot of this needs to be more lit up. But we've got our little inverted daylight sensors on these things over here. So these street lamps do actually turn on at night. We got a little duck, we got a little well, so you actually get clean drinking water, because that might be contaminated. Over here we have like a little office space with a little computer. We've got a little automatic farm. Basically the way that works is that this guy harvests the stuff, throws it to that guy, it misses, it goes inside a hopper. It goes, we've got pandas, bro. We got pandas. Kind of a flex. But yeah, no, this place is kind of like built into the terrain, which is really nice. We've got a little tool guy over here. You know, another little tool rack. Keeping that in. But the guy's shop is also functioning on a daylight sensor. So at night, so all these shops are actually solar powered. So that way, you know, this dude's light will actually turn on at nighttime. He's in there. He can't get out. It's great. And so this is, I'm eventually going to upgrade this and actually make this like an actual shopping district. Okay, so we got a little bridge. Same deal with the lights on it. So these will actually turn on at nighttime. This was that giant stick thing I showed you guys earlier on the map. And over here we have other little villager houses. They got these little Ewok huts that you can go into. Some of them got bunk beds. They got a little cooker. They've got people in there. And they've got little farms underneath them. I think their houses are solar powered as well. So they got their little eco-friendly little village huts. And they actually do climb these ladders and actually live in here. Yeah, so you got all different types of people. You got, the houses are mainly the same, but they have their little teeny tiny differences. I'm gonna expand this out and actually make something out of it. There's a temple over here. I raided it. It sucked, but you know, I'm gonna keep it there for historical purposes. Can't destroy national landmarks and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of it for my presentation. This thing took several hours to build. And there are still many other things I'd like to do with it. But due to the time crunch that I'm in, I'm at the end of this episode here. So thank you guys. If you guys want to see me do more updates on this kind of stuff, if you guys want to see me do these kind of projects more, you guys know what to do. There's ways you can reach out to me and join my Discord server and, you know, whatnot. Follow me on Twitch. You guys know. You know how YouTubers do that thing. I don't need to go and explain every single plug that I do. I gotta edit this. This thing's due today. So, hi. I love you guys. And I'll see you guys around. And